Welcome to the Pavilion at Millfield, the home of Haddington Athletic. We're interviewing Johnny Harvey, the manager of the team. It's our first chance to have a real chat with him since the season started. Things have been very, very busy with pre-season and such like. So thanks for sitting down and allowing yourself to be interrogated, Johnny. We'll just crack on with the first question. So we're looking at pre-season. How did the pre-season go?
From my perspective, the pre-season went extremely well. Before, obviously, a lot of new additions to the squad, adding to the good players that we had from last season, and we obviously lost some good players as well from last season, but the pre-season went excellent. The players were told when they first came in that we would obviously be working on the fitness aspect of things, but we had two styles of playing for the coming season in the Premier League, and we would work extremely hard in making sure everybody knew their job when it came to the games. And for me, and from a management team's perspective, I think everything went well, and the boys have taken to the way we do things here at Haddington, and hopefully we get a successful season off the back of it.
Right, so everybody was busy celebrating the South Division Championship way back in April. Everybody knew there'd be a wait before the Premier League started. But how quickly did you start to think about what you needed to do for the Premier League?
To be honest, I started thinking about the Premier League as soon as I took over at the club the very first day, and I've said to the players right from minute one, I wasn't building a South Division title winning team last season. I was building a team preparing for the Premier League. Everybody knew the goal when they signed. We weren't overly cocky about it, but we knew that the goal was to go and win the league in the South Division, and I felt the squad that I had last year, if we kept that squad, we would more than compete in this league that we're in at the moment. I'm not saying that we would go on and win that league as well, but I think that we had a squad last season that could compete in the Premier League, and obviously that was the aim when I took over at Haddington. Build a team that was capable so that when or if it happened, we had a team that was capable of stepping into the Premier League and being a competitive team in that league. So to answer your question, it started the very first day that I took over at the club.
Okay, so you've had experience playing in top league, the medium league, which we're in now at the moment, and in the lower leagues. What do you think is the sort of major difference between the Premier League and the South from where we were promoted from last season?
I would say the main differences in the both leagues are the competitiveness on a weekly basis, and with all due respect to clubs in the South Division, there was quite a gulf between the bottom team and the top team. However, if you're in the Premier League, I think when we look back at the end of the season, they'll be more tightly congested. Every game on a weekly basis is going to be a difficult game. Mm-hmm. And it's one that you need to prepare right, and you need to be up for it on a weekly basis. If you're not, you get found out. Whereas sometimes last season, and again, all due respect to the opposition we were up against, we would have an off day and we would maybe still pick up the 3 points. I don't think that will be the case this season. I think we need to be on our game. If we're on our game, we'll have an opportunity to win it. But even turning up and being on your game doesn't guarantee you 3 points in this league, and I think that's the major difference.
Yeah, I think any commentators that you see on the forums or anything like that always say that the Premier League is tight from top to bottom. Yeah, it's you'll get the freak results.
That's exactly it.
Everybody else will be there.
I think even right up until the last game, I think there'll be people challenging for first and second. Obviously the third place playoff, I think that will still be open right to the very last game of the season. And then obviously your relegation spots, I think these teams are always going to be battling right to the end as well. So it makes it a good league for the neutral. Mm-hmm. For managers, it's a wee bit more nervier than I would think.
So Saturday sees us in the first round of the Scottish Cup for the first time in a decade. We're travelling to Lark Hall. Obviously, they're a West Region club. We have only played them once before, so they're very much an unknown. And to a certain extent, some of the teams that we're playing in the Premier League are unknowns as well. We haven't played them at all or very often. How do you prepare for a game against somebody who's pretty much unknown to you?
Specifically for Lark Hall game, I've had them watched. Now, a friend of mine who lives through the west has actually managed to take in a game, so we have some information on them. And that's pretty regular throughout the season. There's been numerous times where we've knew somebody that's watched the team, or we've knew an opposing manager that's came up against the opposing team that we're coming up against. So we've managed to get bits and pieces of information that we can pass on to the team. For me as a manager, I like to prepare my team with as much knowledge as I can. Whether they use that or they don't is entirely up to them. The report I received on Larkhall was left in the dressing room on Tuesday for any player to read. Obviously we'll go over bits and pieces come Tuesday as well, come Saturday, sorry, and if there's any information we can give that can help the players, we will. But some players like to think about the opposition, some players don't. They just like to concentrate on their own game, and they think if they manage to get their part of the game right, hopefully we'll be okay. And that's the way that we've went about our business this season, to be fair.